Failed former President Donald Trump, as we already discussed, was hit with a 364 million, probably once it's all said and done, with interest and penalties, $450 million fine for the fraud that he is and committed in the state of New York. Trump, wildly triggered by this, gave, I guess it's being called a statement, although it was really the rantings of a madman, in Palm Beach, Florida, in the hours following this ruling. And I have to tell you, I'm finding myself enjoying this. I really am. And if I'm a bad person, please write to me. Tell me, David, you're a bad person for enjoying this. Here is Trump saying that this ruling is Russia and China.
Everybody's seen it. Letitia, James, they've all seen it. Well, we'll be appealing. But more important than that, this is Russia. This is China. This is the same game. All comes out of the DOJ. It all comes out of Biden. It's a witch hunt against his political opponent, the likes of which our country has never seen before. You see it in third world countries.
Now, what's so funny about this is that when it comes to the way, Trump brags and praises during speeches. In China, they have like 100% conviction rate. In Russia, they're quick trial and you get convicted. And Putin and Xi are so strong and powerful. If it were true that what happened to Trump here, I mean, it's a civil fraud trial with due process and everything. Trump's got the best lawyers, right? If it were true that what happened to Trump was like what happened in Russia and China, Trump praises it. Trump says he likes it. Trump says he wishes the United States were more like that. Now, it just so happens that that's not at all what happened here. But the absurdity of Trump actually praising the way Russia and China do things when someone else is suffering and then saying, now they did the same thing to me, it's pathetic. Trump says New York will be gone if his appeal isn't successful because everybody will leave New York. Somehow I think New York will be okay.
And they want me out. Oh, let's see if we can get them out. These are radical left Democrats. They're lunatics. And it's election interfering. So I just want to thank you for being here. We'll appeal. We'll be successful, I think, because, frankly, if we're not successful, New York State is gone. People are moving out of New York State. And because of this, they're going to move out at a much faster rate.
Right. If Trump is forced to pay a fine for the fraud he committed, New York is over. In reality, I think most of New York is probably rooting for the appeal to fail. Trump is not very popular in New York. Trump then says he's paid taxes like no one else has ever paid them in New York.
I think very importantly, and I think ultimately the most important, we've employed tens of thousands of people in New York, and we paid taxes like few other people have ever paid in New York.
No one has ever paid taxes as well as Trump has paid. And then finally, Trump here claiming that those who he supposedly defrauded, the banks, are happy with Trump and they testified beautifully.
So I just want to say this. You build a great company. There was no fraud. The banks all got their money, 100%. They love Trump. They testified that Trump is great customer, one of our best customers. They testified beautifully. And the judge knows that. He's just a corrupt person.
So Trump, as usual, the height of victimhood. Everybody has been so unfair. He did nothing wrong. Everybody else did everything wrong. And he is just being persecuted because he's the leading political candidate. You know how upset Trump is by how wide the accordion hands are when he does this stuff. And during this speech, the accordion hands went very, very wide, as you can see here on your screen. So Donald Trump wildly triggered by this finding, by this verdict. Let's now figure out how Eric Trump reacted.